In October 2017, Nikita Bier struck gold by selling a social app for teenagers called TBH to Facebook for a rumored $100 million only a few months after it launched. 5 years later, in 2022, he was ready for his next big adventure. He set out to make something new. He told his buddies he wanted to create a new app that made $10 million of revenue in just 3 months. So, how did he do it? Well, it all started with 3 high schools in Georgia. After enjoying the fruits of his earlier success and tinkering with some new ideas for a few years, Nikita decided it was time to get serious again. When his non-compete clause with Facebook ended, he decided to do what he knows best, and he was going to do it even faster and better this time. He started by hiring some people to work as engineers and designers to help him build the app. The idea for this new project was similar to the app he sold to Facebook earlier. The goal was to make something that was easy to use, made the users, who were teenagers, happier, and make it so that they wanted to share the experience with their friends. Making the app go viral fast was the focus. To achieve this, the main feature of the app were polls with quizzes. He made teenagers answer questions about people in their school, their friends. The questions were fun and harmless, such as, who has the best smile? Who's the fastest runner? Who would you trust to bail you out of jail? But these questions were not open-ended. When the user registered, the app would get authorization from the user to import their contacts, and so whoever was mentioned by their friends as a response was immediately notified by SMS. This created a sort of viral loop. The genius part? The way he was going to monetize this. If you wanted to see who wrote about you in one of the answers, you had to pay a whopping $29 a month. That's right, 2 to 3 times the monthly cost of a Netflix subscription. But how do you get it in the hands of the users to start with? This is another brilliant strategy that Nikita and his team came up with, and where the name of this video comes from. First, pick a small target, in this case a school. Create an Instagram account with both the app and the school name in the handle. Start following the students of the school you want to target, while keeping your account private. This will give them the sense that the account's familiar since it has their school name, and at the same time, somewhat intriguing and mysterious. What is this? Why is it private? Don't accept any of the followers. And finally, on the day of the launch, preferably on an early Sunday evening, precisely before Monday morning when kids get back to school and discuss what happened over the weekend, open the gates, accept every follow request with the download link ready in your bio. This is what Nikita did. And to make sure the test was controlled, he geo-fenced the launch and started with only 3 high schools in Georgia. Nobody else in the world could download the app even if they wanted to. This made sure they could implement and test their features with a quick turnaround time and without much risk. And eventually they would start expanding into another cluster of schools in different states. And if this wasn't meticulous enough, they hid the app under a random section in the App Store, like cooking or puzzles, so his competition wouldn't be alerted by their rapid growth and have enough time to respond to it. But not everything was sunshine and rainbows. There were some problems in the first few launches, which made Nikita change the name and branding of the app a few times until they settled for gas. And after a more general launch, rumors started spreading in the review section that the app was made by some bad people, and if you used it, criminals in a white van would follow and kidnap you. Nikita doesn't really know how the rumor started, but he stated on his Twitter that during the same time they had a surge in downloads from Chinese IPs, so it might have been a sophisticated attack by one of his competitors. But of course this is only speculation, and absolutely nothing to do with Mark Zuckerberg. This team had a stacked roster with a lot of past experience in the social media and app development field, and the clear goal of monetizing as fast and aggressively as possible. They used a bunch of original and clever marketing tactics to turn this app into a rocket ship, managing to reach 500,000 downloads, $1 million in revenue, as well as the #1 spot in the App Store social media section, ahead of TikTok, Instagram, and all the other industry giants in 30 days or less, all without spending a penny on advertising. We are now curious to know, is Nikita going to sell it again as soon as a great offer appears on the table? Or what is his plan this time? I guess we're going to have to wait and see.